Hey friends, this will be my first week planning in my new PrintPression Weeks planner. I am super excited to get into this planner because it is smaller and more portable for my day-to-day use. I have been using this 7x9 planner from Recollections when I first got started in decorative planning, and what I loved about it is that it had so much room to let me use all of the sticker kits and really figure out how I want my planner to function. But as time went on, I noticed that I had more white space in my planning, and I was spending time figuring out what I could write in these white blank spaces. And that's not exactly how I wanted to use my planner. I wanted to be able to keep track of upcoming events, important to-dos, and just my day-to-day life. I'm not really into the memory keeping or anything like that. So that's why I'm looking forward to using this planner. It is smaller and lighter and more portable for my day-to-day life. And it's funny because I was using about the same amount of space when I was planning in my 7x9 Recollections planner that a typical vertical box in the PrintPression Weeks is. So I think it will be better suited for my decorative planner needs. I'm going to be planning for the week of October 4th through October 10th using this kit that I picked up from Sweet Bean Plans. It's not a color palette I would typically go for, but I loved the mocha pot art and the cozy cabin with the pumpkins. It's just a great kit for the beginning of fall, especially since it has this full box for the month of October in a planner. I just love that. Just starting off by putting down the date covers for this kit. I started off using the tweezers, but they became a little bit too fussy for me, so I abandoned them and started using my fingers instead. Does anybody else feel like tweezers are just a little bit fussier than they want to get with their planner? I know that the boxes in this one are really small, so I might have to use them a little bit more often, but I'm still trying to get the hang of it. I flipped the planner upside down here because it was a little bit easier for me to get the date covers on straight that way. Now I'm going to start on my sidebar. I'm putting down a weekly schedule for my dinners. This is what I use to plan my meals. Pulling in a little bit of typography from Sweet Kawaii Designs for that. And then I'm also going to put down my habit tracker for low-buy and movement, any sort of exercise I do throughout the week. Something that I might do differently in the future is use one of the two vertical boxes on the far left-hand side as a sidebar because I like to put a little bit more in my sidebar, like what I'm currently reading and a decorative full box. I'll just be planning for the first half of the week in this part of the video because I am on a break from school right now. So I teach at a year-round school and we are in our fall break. It's a 3-week break from mid-September until around mid-October, which is a really nice break when everybody else is in school. But my schedule looks different right now than it typically would. On Tuesday, I'll actually be coming home from my parents' house in South Carolina. I know I won't be doing a lot that day, so I went ahead and laid down a full decorative box and just a little quarter box underneath to mark that I am coming home that day. And then I put down a to-do list that you'll see me pull up later in the video. I'm laying down a quarter box for a meeting that I have on Wednesday with all of the other librarians in my school district. Even though I am on break, I will be going in for that. It'll just be a good way to get to know some of the people who I'm working with because I am brand new to the district that I'm working in. I'm also putting down another to-do list because I want to work on lesson plans for coming back from break and my PGPP goal. Here I'm bringing in that planner art full box. I'm going to move it again in just a moment. I'm also taking off that to-do list I put on Monday since I will still be at my parents' house and I know I won't be doing much there in terms of work. I'm moving it down to Thursday where I know I will be finishing up some stuff for school. After putting that full box down, I'm going to decide to rip it up and move it to Monday. Like I said, I know I won't be doing very much on Monday. I just have one person I need to text. So I'm just writing in that I want to work on a task list for my IA and a blog post. I'm also going to bring in a quarter box for some plans that have yet to be confirmed, so I'm not going to write them in just yet. I'm going to put my currently reading box on Wednesday and fill that in when it comes to next week. And then I'm just going to finish planning for this part of the week with a quarter box to remind me to send that text. Alright guys, it's Thursday. Let's get the rest of this week planned and knocked out. I've gone ahead and filled in my currently reading box. I'm reading Follow Me by Kathleen Barber. It's pretty good. The writing is a little crass, but the story is a total page turner. I would recommend. I'm going to go ahead and fill in a couple more meals on my menu. I'm just sort of planning as I go this week. I didn't plan my meals out in advance because I'm not working, so it doesn't really matter what I cook every night. I am having curry udon tonight, and then tomorrow for our movie night, I'm going to make some buffalo chicken dip. I'm also trying out my new pen, which is the Pilot Multi-Ball. It's a permanent marker, but it's supposed to write more like a gel pen, so it can work on vinyl stickers and on the paper of my planner. It's all right so far. I think I prefer the Sharpie fine tip to this particular pen. Okay, you'll see that I've gone ahead and filled in those plans for tonight. I am going to bar trivia with 2 of my old coworkers. I'm also just checking off some things that I've accomplished today. Still need to knock out that blog post. All right, I'm laying down that mocha pot art for tomorrow. We don't really have much planned out, but we are going to watch one of our favorite shows. He's a horror host. His name is Joe Bob Briggs, and he does live screenings of horror movies all year round, but he's doing a Halloween special tomorrow night, and we're going to watch it live on Shudder. I am super pumped, and that's what I'm going to make the buffalo chicken dip for. And now I'm just going to put down a to-do list for Sunday where I'm going to take care of some tasks to get ready for the work week. I ran out of those check boxes from the Sweet Kwai Design sticker book, so I'm going to use the dots that were included in the kit. And I'm just writing in the task I want to do. I need to clean my bathroom. I want to get out some of my fall sweaters to make sure that I have those cleaned and nice and ready to go. And I'm going to bake some maple swirled cheesecake bars for my coworkers as a treat for coming back. And then the only thing I have planned so far for Saturday is an exhibit at the art museum we're going to go see. I'm also going to bring in some of this fun washi tape that I picked up today from a store called Paper Source. It's this very pretty fall leaves pattern on this pink washi tape. I'm just going to put a strip of it down and mark that I will set up my planner for next week on Saturday. And since it's so nice, I'll use it twice. I'm going to finish off the bottom of the page with the same washi. All right, then to finish up my week, I'm just going to schedule in some time to work on a top that I am sewing. Sewing is my other creative hobby that I do in addition to decorative planning, and I find that the best way to find the time to do it is to schedule it in my planner just like I would a meeting or any sort of other event going on in my life. Then I know that this is the time I am going to sew. I won't make excuses for it to do other things like browse the internet or watch TV. All right, and here is how my week turned out in my PrintPression Weeks planner. Not a lot of space to work with in this planner, so I'm gonna have to get creative as my days get a little busier when we return to school next week. I hope you enjoyed this plan with me, and I'll see you in the next one.